Hi BookTube, it's Jen and I have a quick book haul for you. These are just a couple of books that I got recently at thrift stores and at half-price books, and I just wanted to share them with you. First one I got was at a Goodwill, and it's The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. This is a classic and I really liked the movie, which it's an older movie, but I really liked it. So when I saw this, I grabbed it because it was so cheap. And also, I've read a couple of other things by Margaret Atwood, and I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of her writing, but I thought I need to read this to see if and give it a serious chance. These two books I actually ordered from Amazon because they looked so good and I couldn't find them on audio. They are Hunting Lila and Losing Lila by Sarah Alderson, and really great premise. You know, it's kind of one of those, this girl has powers, the government's after her. The only thing I've heard about these is that the author is British and she has traveled the world, and the characters are from California, but because she's British, she uses a lot of British euphemisms. And so that some people who have read these have said that's not how those characters would talk. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to bother me or not. I hope not, because the story looks so good. So we'll see. Unearthly by Cynthia Hand. I absolutely love this series. I didn't know anything about angels, and because I tend to stay away from supernatural characters as a general rule, I didn't know that I would like these. I love these books. I was ready to move to Jackson Hole, Wyoming and be a cowboy's wife or girlfriend or whatever, probably wife at my age. Except that I'm somebody else's wife, so that wouldn't work, would it? Well, anyway, I love the series. So when I saw this book, it's softcover, and I think I got this at half-price books. Now I'm going to have to buy the next two books. Actually, I wish these sorts of books, when all three books are out, I wish they would do a box set, because I would love that. But if I find these in hardback, obviously I will buy them that way, but as it is, I have softcover. Life as We Knew It by Susan Beth Pfeffer. Really like this series. This was the first dystopian series that I read after I read The Hunger Games, and I loved it because it is so realistic. It's really more like a diary of a young girl. An asteroid hits the moon and shoves it closer to the earth, and then all these natural disasters happen. So it's the story of her, it's kind of her diary. And then the second book is a kid named Alex, his story, and then in the third book they come together and it's that story. And then there's actually a fourth book coming out. I just read that Susan Beth Pfeffer is writing another one, and it's going to come out next year. So I'm thrilled. I love this series. This book, it's a smaller book, like a pocket book, so I'm probably never going to find the other books like this, although you never know. So anyway, got my mom hooked on that series too. Last book is Across the Universe by Beth Revis. I read this, or actually I listened to it on audio, and I really liked it. It wasn't the greatest book about space and people in space that I'd ever read, but I liked it a lot. And then, of course, I listened to the second and third books in the series and absolutely loved them. So, yeah. First book in that series. I have the second book in hardcover, so I bought this first and then I found the other one in hardcover, and so I will probably try and get them all in hardcover. But yeah, if you haven't read this, definitely pick it up. So that's my thrift store haul. I know I said that because I listen to audiobooks all the time, I don't normally do hauls, but I shouldn't have said that because I buy books all the time. I always buy books. You know what? Thank God this is the place that you don't ever have to make any apologies for that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.